Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome to your daily tarot reading for Monday, October 31st, 2022. Happy Halloween. And you might be watching this the day before, given this is when I'm recording it. But either way, it is Halloween. And so we're naturally going to pull from the Halloween Oracle. And then we're going to pull from the Dream Keeper Tarot, I believe it's called, and see what this month is going to end with. All right. I personally felt like October flew by. I don't know about you. What do we have for Monday? Okay, the Jack-o'-lantern card coming out, protection. You may see a lot of forest throughout this day, but I do feel as if there's a feeling on what makes you glow from within. But I do feel like the different sides of you is taking a highlight for whatever reason. Okay, they were just giving me a few different examples that I really don't feel the need to repeat, but I really do sense that there's a focus on faces. Okay, for some this could be a Halloween filled with, or at times some creepy occurrences popping up. All right, so don't be surprised if it's a day where new spirits are coming to visit you, or you just feel like it's very spiritually connected. But they're saying naturally. But the ancestors card coming out, because I do feel as if you could find that an ancestor or two, passed over loved one, comes to visit you. All right. But I do feel, okay, for some it's somebody who really loved the holiday. But as focus on your DNA, what you're composed of, what you are made out of. Okay, again, the different sides of you, the different parts of your personality, the people that have affected you along the way, for the better or for the worse. And this could push oneself to reevaluate or contemplate when it comes to your habits, but don't let it damper the mood in the air, okay? Because it already feels like the energy could be a little bit off in at least one situation you're wrapped up with throughout this day. And if that's the case, it probably was previous to this day as well. But either way, we also have Skull of Flowers talking about creating through the ashes, okay? And I'm so sorry, I've been saying okay a lot in these readings, but I'm heavily spoken through. Now, I do feel as if there's a focus on your mind with that flower blooming on the skull's forehead. And I do sense that you're being pushed to remember that your mind is your best tool. There's something about the ideas that come to be, whether it was spirit communicating through your mind, your thoughts, or you just coming up with something in the spur of the moment. And I do sense that there's thoughts of how to expand your business or your career in general, how to make more money. I do feel a very mulling things over, sorting things out, coming up with ideas, or just revisiting them taking place throughout this day. But what's blossoming, what's growing, and what needs to be watered a little bit more, that's also taking a focus. But whatever you create or develop throughout this day, that will shine, that will glow, and that will grow. Okay? But yeah, your future taking a highlight in one's mind, to say the very least. This is a very Two of Swords vibe with the veil, the blindfold over her eyes, if I could even think of it. But control coming to be. Interesting. Where you don't expect to have control, you gain a little bit of which throughout this day. Okay. Let's continue and pull from the tarot deck and see what else this day has to offer. They're saying or to look forward to. What else do we have for Monday? For Monday, 404 on the timestamp, 404. Look up the angel number meaning. Okay. We have the Eight of Swords and the Three of Wands, both in the reverse position. I do feel as if there's thoughts of what ship hasn't come in yet. But I feel like you maybe are not focusing enough on what is coming in at this time, or what's actually prospering for you individually, because it's this feeling that you want more, right? Or you want something else more so than what's coming in, or what's coming in at this time and even recently isn't meeting all of your expectations, or isn't checking off all the boxes. However that ends up working for you. But I do feel like in the midst of not being able to leave a situation, feeling a little bit trapped but not fully, or just in a moment where you're not feeling trapped, you're feeling as if not everything is right in front of you that you wish to see. There's a push to step away from what you're doing, what you're working on, or even what feels awkward or just uneasy in energy, to foresee oneself in better spirits or just in a clear mindset. Okay, there is a reminder that you have the knowledge and the wisdom with the King of Swords to make it through whatever you're going through at this time, or even just to bring in to bring in what you desire. Okay, but I feel like as well you're being viewed in a very knowledgeable light. Your mind is going to be on in overdrive throughout this day. Even if you're celebrating the holiday, even if you're wrapped up with other people, you're just going to be mulling things over, trying to contemplate, even thinking back to past mistakes or past moments that you weren't fond of. But you're being noticed. Okay, interesting, because when the Six of Wands came through as a very Six of Swords vibe, but I do, so sixes as well, speaking upon this day, but I feel like it's a Monday where you're being highlighted in the eyes of others for a lot of reasons. Some people are noticing you for your talents. Some people are noticing you for your looks, or both. Your voice, your ideas, your mind taking a highlight once again. Do you want me to hold these up? What you create, once again, will bring in attention. What you develop will bring in attention. But I feel like you need to recognize that not everybody's attention is pure in nature. Some people are just curious. I feel like some people are naysayers, but I feel like the majority are in awe and there to support, or tuning in to support. Okay, but I do feel like there's others who are overthinking around you. So try not to jump on board with that, but it may be hard not to already be doing that on your own, or just to pick up on that sort of way of being. The Lover's coming out. There's a focus on love, but I do feel like there's, a separation from one's head is what I just heard with that imagery. A separation from one's head that needs to take place, at least to a certain extent, right? As much as you may need to step away from a situation for a clear mind, for a better mindset and energy situation, stepping away from what you're thinking, from overthinking, even just processing things, once again, it's going to benefit you greatly. But yeah, I just feel as if there's a choice, if not multiple, that you need to make moving forward, and it just will keep coming up in your mind throughout this day. It might even be a spirit pushing you to think about it. Okay, but the Strength card here at the top of the deck, pushing you to recognize that even in moments when you feel a bit tangled up, if you look at that imagery, even in moments when you feel a bit even tempted, I want to say, because there's going to be a lot of temptations throughout this day, in the midst of a lot of overthinking, you're going to need to dig for that inner strength and just push forward, or just do something that makes you feel happy and healthy. Your happiness and your health needs to take a highlight in almost every moment throughout this day, period. Okay, what you're made out of has left you with some bad habits. They're saying nasty habits, but I do feel as if the positive ones need to take a highlight and overpower the negative ones. Okay, a push to just simply improve oneself and what your days are filled up with. Now, who you feel inclined to think about, that's purposeful. The Moon card here, talking about how you are a little bit emotional due to the energy you're picking up on, or due to the feeling of things being a bit heavy, at least at a certain point throughout the day. Now, this could be due to, again, somebody in your midst, a spiritual presence or several coming to visit you for this Halloween night or day, but I do sense that it also does play into, is affected to an extent when it comes to your thought process, all right? The thoughts that just feel never ending to an extent throughout this day. Now, if you've experienced in the past an easing of one's mind when you wrap yourself up with nature, or when you read a book, for example, or you tune into certain levels of content, then that's a great strategy to implement, to utilize, to ease your beautiful mind. It's like your mind is taking a focus once again in more than one way, but I just feel like it could be your best tool, or it could be your worst tool, right? Naturally. So try to tune into your intuition all the meanwhile, okay? Um, Stay focused on what matters is what I'm hearing. Stay focused on what matters. Let's pull a tea leaf card to wrap this up as we cross the 10-minute line. We have archway. New opportunities, possibilities, and paths are opening up, and you will see just that or be reminded of that throughout this day. So no need to fret. And I feel like you're attracting in a lot of energies for the better and for the worse. So it's up to you who you stick with or who you bring along with you as you move forward. It is up to you. An emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. And I do feel like this Halloween, especially the Halloween night, thoughts of your family will come to be, or a connection to which. Danger, especially in money matters. So a push to be strategic with your money. Don't overspend, especially for those choosing to celebrate the holiday by going out and whatnot. All right. Or treating oneself in one way, shape, or form. Solid foundation, success with effort, as well as dealings or relationship with a younger woman. Beautiful, or somebody who's younger, in touch with their feminine side. So yeah, again, channel your mind, your heart, and your soul towards what matters, and just continuously try to improve oneself, but try to take a simple approach to this day as a whole. All right, so I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Once again, happy Halloween, and I'll see you next time.